I'm going to show you how to do 3 dishes. Coconut curry seafood. I say seafood is because originally the recipe is I only use shrimp or prawn. But I'm going to also add some fish. So I'm going to add some basa fish. Or you can use any fish, okay? You can use galupa, you can use any of the fish that you can find, even catfish, okay? Cut it up into pieces. And then, of course, I have all of this ingredient, potato, onion, and carrot. And also, I add olive, because I personally love olive, and also give color contrast and texture, and also nutrient. Of course, coconut milk, okay? And you get a coconut milk in a can, okay? Let me show you the coconut milk in a can. This is the coconut milk. I use about half a cup to 3/4 cup, okay? And then, of course, I have curry. I'm going to show you, when you go to buy coconut milk, you buy coconut milk like this. You know, this is from Vietnam. You can also buy them, some of them from Malaysia, some of them from Thailand, okay? This coconut milk, but you can also buy coconut cream. The cream is much thicker, richer, and this is a very drip. You know, this is very runny. Look at it. This is the milk, coconut milk. Okay, this is coconut milk. Okay? Coconut cream, you cannot pull it out as easily. So always remember to buy the right thing. So this particular dish, now I finished drinking the coconut water. I love the aroma. And I put it over here, okay? You can buy them at Asian store. And this particular dish, the first thing I want to do is, I'm going to do our coconut curry. So I'm going to get a frying pan and get ready a frying pan, okay? So let me show you. I'm going to show you a couple things here. I will have onion. Onion is always good for curry, okay? With onion. I cut the onion in half. And then I cut it at an angle, and an angle. Why I cut an angle? When I cut an angle, it looks beautiful. Like this is a diamond cut, okay? Diamond cut. That's why it looks much nicer, okay? And then I have potato. I cut the potato. These are really nice red potato. And I cut it in half and I put it over here. I have olive. And then I have shrimp and fish. The first thing I'm going to do is I marinate this first, okay? You always should marinate your seafood, okay? It sears the meat and seals the juice. And here is how you shell this. Very simple. I want to keep the tail, you see? All you have to do is hold it on your finger. You go one, grab it once, 3 times. And then you hold onto this and the whole thing comes out like this. Look at it. The whole thing comes out like this. Look at that. Look at that. And then this is how you do it. And then this still stay, okay? And then you butterfry this. Don't throw the shrimp, the shell away, because in Thailand they use the shrimp shell to make a soup stock, to make a tom yum goong, okay? And I butterfry this right here, because the reason why I butterfry this is when it open up. Now this one, you see, this is the vein. And I want to make sure that you remove the vein, okay? Normally, when you do it all together. You butterfry this, shell it, butterfry it, and do it all together. And do it under running water. And I remove these. You see this? I remove this, so no more vein, okay? That's the intestine, okay? Then you will put it over here, along with the fish. I can marinate it together, okay? I cut the fish into the same size, about this big. Okay, bite-sized pieces, okay? And then in the meantime, I'm going to marinate it with a tiny bit of egg white, salt, and pepper. Tiny bit of pepper, white pepper, tiny bit of Himalayan salt, pink salt, and then a tiny bit of egg white, okay? And then, look at that. I will do this in a slightly bigger bowl, so this way you can get it to see it a lot better. You see this? When you marinate things, it's easier to do it in a bigger bowl, because this way you have more maneuver. Okay? All of these can be done ahead of time. So each month, the first Thursday from 4 to 5, in the last 3 years, I've been working as partnering with On Lok, where senior embrace life. They take care of a lot of seniors, thousands and thousands of seniors each year, and take the medicine, take the food to deliver that, and take them to the doctor. And they also have exercise and class, all kinds of things. So this is marinade. But I also use a tiny bit of cornstarch, because always use cornstarch to marinate, because it helps to seal the juice, okay? Chinese chef are probably the only chef that actually use cornstarch as a marinade, okay? But some of the chefs also like to use a tiny bit of oil. The reason why you use tiny bit of oil, this is avocado oil, very, very healthy, okay? Avocado oil, I put a tiny bit of this oil right over here, okay? Just sprinkle, not much. And then this way, do this ahead of time. Don't have to do in the last minute, okay? Then this is done, and I put this over here, and I'm gonna have a tiny bit of, we heat this up and get some garlic and ginger already chopped up. I'm gonna show you quickly how easy it is to do ginger, chop up the ginger, okay? You have a piece of ginger here. And then I'm gonna show you how easy to chop up the ginger. Look at that. And then you go, look at that. And then when this is done, you go like this. Already chop up like this. This is how fast. Because first you crush it first, then you chop it up. That's how fast you can do it. In fact, if you want, you can even do this. You see this? I crush this and go, already done. That's how fast
you make it. You make it seem so easy, actually.
You know what? When you do it a million times, just like you swing a golf course or play tennis, when you do it in enough time, you will be very, very good, okay?
Yeah.
And then when this is done, I put a tiny bit of this. Then we'll talk about why we have coconut today. I use coconut as a principal actor, because coconut has a lot of health benefit. Besides it's beautiful and it's delicious. Coconut is very low in carbohydrate, okay? Very, very high in fiber and fat, and especially high in magnesium. That is essential for bone health. Recently, I fell down because I eat coconut, I drink coconut water. So I didn't break my bone, okay? I hurt really, really bad, okay? And also very, very rich in copper, iron, and also which help form the red blood cell. Is that wonderful? And then of course there's other benefit I will tell you later, okay? I put some garlic and ginger. I want the aromatic garlic and ginger. Look at that. This is garlic and ginger. Look at this. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
And then garlic and ginger. And then I put the onion. I put the onion right there. I love the onion. The onion is really, really sweet. So I use the onion, okay? And then I also use a tiny bit of cilantro. I crush the cilantro. This is the cilantro stem, okay? Cilantro stem, and I go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. And then the cilantro stem, I put it right here. And then I put it all together. And then I would stir this. Oh, can you smell it? Can you smell it?
Yeah, I can smell it through the
screen.
screen.
You can smell it. If you're not able to,
that looks so
drive
good.
over to my kitchen, the Yan Can kitchen. Look how beautiful this is.
That
look at that.
So
I
good.
saute this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And then I put the potato. Okay, I put the potato. Because I love curry goes really well with potato. And then I have carrot. I want to show you how to cut carrot. This is what you call roll cutting carrot. Okay, you cut one piece here, right? One piece, and then you roll it a quarter of a turn. Another piece, and roll it a quarter of a turn. Another piece. This is called roll cutting technique. Only the Chinese chef use the roll cutting technique when they cut vegetable. This way, every single piece is about the same size, but different shape. That's why, okay? Then I put the carrot there. And then I also put the olive there, okay? And I'm gonna saute this a little bit more, okay? Can you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Wow, that is so beautiful with different color.
This is enough for about 6. I'm making enough for 6 people, 6 servings, okay? When this is almost ready, I would let it cook a little bit because I don't want to overcook my seafood. So that's why I do this first. You don't want to do this in the very beginning, okay? And then in the meantime, I'm going to get the seasoning. This is coconut milk. Look at that. And this is curry paste.
Curry.
You can buy them. Curry paste, you can buy them.
This is yellow curry, right?
Yeah, yellow curry. And it looks like this beautiful. Let me show you. This is the paste.
Yeah,
you can buy them in Indian store or Asian store. Curry paste. This is beautiful. And I put the curry paste right here. Look at that. It's not beautiful. And then I have some, if you don't have this, you use curry powder. You can buy curry powder. And I use curry powder with that turmeric. And then I put all of these.
I don't think you have to pre-boil the potato or carrot, right? You just stir fry it.
Okay, the potato, beautiful.
Right.
And then I put all of these. Okay? Right there. And I stir. And then I put a tiny bit of soy sauce as well as fish sauce. See? Soy sauce.
Yeah,
give a little touch of umami, okay? And a tiny bit of sesame seed oil. Okay? And then I will show you. This is so. Now look at the color. Look at the color.
Yeah.
Okay. It's curry color. And then when this is almost ready, I put a tiny bit of 5 spice powder. It is licorice, fennel, and a tiny bit of sugar. Touch it up, and then more carrot. Okay. And then that's all. And then when this is all done, we remove all of these. Always remember, when you're done with something, remove it, okay? Remove.
Just kind of clean
yeah,
up
always
the
this
counter.
one, because I want you to see what I have in the cutting board. That's why you watch the Yankin Cook Show, you notice I always keep it very, very clean, very good. And then put a tiny bit of water or broth. Water or broth.
This is broth, right?
This is broth.
Okay.
I use a chicken broth or seafood broth.
Okay.
Now, you know what? If you're vegetarian, this is a wonderful dish already.
Right.
Okay? Because you got the olive, you got onion, you got carrot, you got olive, you got the potato. This is already a good meal, flavor. Okay? And then I use coconut milk. Okay? Coconut milk.
I would put some vermicelli noodle in there too.
This is, you can, a lot of people nowadays are vegetarian, vegan.
Right.
So this is really good. Look at that. Look at this, so beautiful. Look at this.
Right.
Okay? And then what I'm going to do is, in order for me to do it properly, what I'm going to show you is I will continue to cook this. Okay?
Okay.
And allow the potato and the carrot to cook up a little bit first. And then let me cover this up. See this? We cover this up right here. Okay? I use medium high or medium heat to let the flavor of the curry permeate into each piece of the vegetable and potato. Okay? And then I'll quickly saute this. Okay? I don't even have to saute this, but we'll saute this anyway.
I think sauteed is better.
Yeah, I will saute it because I don't, most of the time, people tend to overcook their seafood. That's the reason why. If you put this right over there now, you know what happened? The potato is not done. And this is already overcooked.
Right.
So cooking is basically common sense. If you throw everything over there, it's easier. But the thing is, it doesn't taste like you cook and the food is prepared by a Michelin star chef. Right. Now look at that. I want to quickly saute this. I want to show you this is the proper way for you to enjoy cooking this, okay? This way, you would not overcook the seafood, okay? If you don't do it like this, you will overcook the seafood, okay? You see this?
Yeah.
Look at that, look how beautiful, look at it. Now, you do not want to overcook. Beautiful. Now, this is partially cooked already, okay? Look how beautiful. Partially cooked. And then I sprinkle a tiny bit extra sesame seed oil. And then I'll set aside. Okay? We set aside. And then when the curry is almost done, when the potato is almost off, then I put it in the last minute. So this way it's not overcooked. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
If you put it too early, this will be way overcooked. So that's the common sense of cooking, okay? In the meantime, I'm gonna show you how to do the second dish. How's that sound? The second dish is very simple. I'm gonna do coconut fish fillet with sweet, tangy chili sauce, and a marinated fish. I'm gonna show you how to quickly marinate the fish. Okay, first you use a tiny bit of salt and pepper. Okay, salt and pepper, and a tiny bit of sesame seed oil, and a tiny bit of cornstarch, and then also dry coat it with a tiny bit of cornstarch first, or flour. Dry coat it with flour. Okay, let me show you the flour. The coating. Salt, and then the flour. This is flour. Just like you do panko. You marinate this already, okay? Marinate, and then you dry coat this first. Okay, set it aside. You dry coat this and set it aside. Look at that. And then you coat this with egg wash. Okay, after you coat it egg wash, you put in this panko, and shredded coconut and sesame seed right here. Okay, look how beautiful. Then you put it right here. This is how you can do all of this ahead of time. Okay, I have the panko. Panko is a Japanese breadcrumb. You can use your own breadcrumb, doesn't matter, okay? You can make your own breadcrumb anyway. Okay, now we have all this done.
Oh, that looks so good.
Here I have panko, I have shredded coconut, desiccated coconut. I also have sesame seed. Let me quickly show you the panko. I'm gonna wash my hand. Always wash my hand, okay? Keep everything nice and clean. Panko, let me show you, panko. Okay, you can buy them a bag like this in Asian store, Japanese, Korean store, Asian store, they all have this, okay? So, this is good. And then, when this is done, we're gonna pan fry this, okay? We'll pan fry this. Okay, we'll pan fry this. Okay. In the meantime, let me show you beautiful. Look at that. See this?
Oh wow, so it's ready now.
Done, okay?
Yeah.
I cut into smaller pieces. And then I put the shrimp and the fish right over here. Oh, right over there. And then I stir them, and I want to show you how beautiful this is, okay? Look at that. Look at this. And then I'm going to show you how to thicken it, okay? I show you how to thicken this. I put some extra broth, okay? And then I am going to show you how to thicken this. Now, look at this. I have a tiny bit of cornstarch. Always mix 1 portion of cornstarch to 3 portions of water when you thicken the dish. And then can you see that? Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
It's cooking, sizzling. You put it right in the middle where the liquid is. Liquid. This way, this is the best coconut seafood combination you can ever taste. You know why? Because I'm not cooking my seafood. Most of the time, most of the restaurants, they tend to overcook the seafood a little bit. And I hate to overcook the seafood. And then I want to show you how beautiful this dish is going to be. Okay? Final touch, extra sesame seed oil. Okay? Oh, can you see that? This is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at this.
Oh, that's
And
wonderful.
And then we will serve these.
It's perfect with a bowl of rice.
Oh, beautiful. Over rice and noodle. Believe
oh,
me,
yeah, noodles
over rice
too.
and noodle.
Definitely.
And then I'll show you how beautiful this is, okay? I'm going to put the potato and the carrot on the bottom. Look at the potato and the carrot and everything else on the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is the beautiful seafood, I put it right on top. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Can you imagine? Huh? What do you think about this? Huh?
Wow, I can't wait to taste it.
Yeah, this is so beautiful. I clean this up.
Let's see.
And I sprinkle a tiny bit of sesame seed.
That looks so good, right? Like the people say on chat.
Then, look at that. And then this. And then this. This is from my garden. This lemon mint.
Oh.
This is a dish I guarantee you will impress your loved ones, your family, and including my good friend, Brandon Jew. Look at that. Okay?
Guys, you'll have to try it with noodle. I'm sure it will taste really good. Or udon, right?
Is it? I hope you are enjoying this. Look how beautiful this is.
This is wonderful.
Okay? And this is wonderful. Now, you want to make more sauce, you can have more broth to make it, because we actually have enough. But since we're going to have to make 4 serving today, but if you want, you can add another half a cup to 3/4 cup of the soup stock and make a little bit more curry sauce, okay? And that's the coconut milk. In fact, if you want, let's drizzle some coconut milk on top and some desiccated coconut right on top. Look at that. Desiccated coconut on top. Look how beautiful, okay? And then we drizzle on a tiny bit of coconut milk on top, just for garnish. Look at that. What do you think?
That's an elevation.
Now, the next one, we'll do it again. The next one is also wonderful. The next one is actually the fish, the coconut fish fillet. You can use any fish. You can use a galupa, you can use a cod, you can use a redfish, you can use all kind of red snapper, all kind of things, okay? And I already done this. I'm going to show you how easy. I use medium low heat because I don't want to overcook the outside, okay? And then I get one of these tools that can hold onto this, okay? Here, look how beautiful this is, okay? And I put this right slowly, right here. And I put this right here. And I put this right here.
What kind of oil did you use?
I use actually avocado oil.
Avocado oil for this one, right?
You can use any oil with this, okay?
Right. Yeah, I use avocado oil for deep fry also.
Yeah. And then I turn this, when it's nice and golden brown, I'll turn this. I want to make sure this is cold properly, okay? This is cold beautifully done. And then, look at that. Nice and beautiful. And then always, whenever you pan, this is not deep fry, this is shallow fry, okay? Pan fry,
shallow fry.
Yeah. And then I turn this upside down. Look how beautiful this is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, it doesn't take that long for.
Yeah, because you don't want to overcook
fish. It's only
fish.
Yeah.
You want to overcook fish, okay?
Yeah, can you put it in the air fryer?
Oh, definitely, you can put it. If you do air fry, spray a tiny bit of oil on your piece, and then you put in air fry, okay? I use medium. Temperature control, very important. Never overcook. When this is done, always remember you have a plate with paper towel, soak out all this oil.
Yeah.
Okay? Very
because
important.
of the panko, it's very easy to burn.
Panko.
Yeah.
And then, look at that. You don't want to overcook anything. It's beautiful. Oh, look at that. And I have one.
And it doesn't stick too.
No, it doesn't stick. Look how beautiful. Look at that. And look at this. Look at that.
Yeah.
And then I have one. Make sure this one is the last one. So this one is already done. Look at how beautiful.
Right.
Look at that. And I put this right here. And I put this right here. And I put this right here. It is so beautiful.
Yeah, some people ask you, how do you deal with the oil afterwards?
After that, I filter it, okay?
Uh-huh. And then will you reuse it?
Yeah, you can definitely reuse it.
Okay.
Make sure, but of course, if you do it more than 3 times, then the kind of the
color change.
Smoking point, and also too much flavor from other food. It's not, it affects your the flavor profile, okay? So now, when this is done, I'll show you how to put together, okay? This is fun.
And just to want to let you guys know that Lorraine is in the chat and answering those questions.
Yeah, my associate, Korean director, Lorraine Chen, is answering some of your questions. Okay, then we'll make the sauce. I'm gonna let it soak up the oil, and then now this is sweet Thai chili paste. You can use ketchup, okay? And I use a tiny bit of chili garlic sauce. Okay, for those who love hot and spicy food, I use a tiny bit of chili garlic sauce. Okay, put it right here, just enough. You don't want to make it too much, okay? And then also,
can tofu be done in the same way?
Oh yeah. Now look at that, okay? And then I can add a tiny bit of mushroom, and this is beautiful. This is sauce, and I want to show you. Look at that. You have the fish. You have the fish. You have the fish.
I really
thicken this. I thicken the sweet and sour sauce. And add a tiny bit of broth to give that umami, so it's not too thick, okay? And then, look at how beautiful this is. Look at that. Oh. And this is beautiful. And then
super easy, basically.
Yep. Then
everyone can do it.
And I want to put a tiny bit of shredded coconut from the fresh coconut here. I put it right here. And I put a tiny bit of desiccated coconut right here. Okay? Then this way, I have a coconut sweet and sour sauce. Look at that. Look how beautiful. And then I pull the sauce, drizzle it right here.
That's a simple dinner.
Look at that, huh?
That's a simple dinner.
Then I always love my mint. My mint is beautiful. My mint, 1 piece, 2 pieces, and 3 pieces mint, because it's from my backyard. And thank you, Colin, harvest this for me. And then I have some sauteed mushroom. This is actually, I sauteed this mushroom. I can put it right on top. And then sprinkle a tiny bit of sesame seed right on top of here. Now this is the coconut, big size. The water I use, I actually use coconut juice. See, I use this when I thicken the dish. Look at that.
I see.
Juice.
With the cornstarch, right?
Yeah, with the cornstarch. And then I sprinkle a tiny bit of
sesame.
No, this is lime. Yeah, lime. Look at that. This is how beautiful this is. You know what? This is coconut water. Let me show you. Coconut water from the coconut. Ganbei.
Ganbei.
It is so good. And then I actually saute this. And I saute this. I put this a couple of pieces over here. A couple of pieces over here. Okay? A couple of pieces over here. And then this mushrooms are very, very good. And the same thing when you make the curry, you can also put a tiny bit of this right here. So I just want to show you Mushroom. Last time we were last month we did a mushroom show. The third dish is very simple. We're gonna use a frying pan. Okay.
Martin, make 3 dishes in 1 hour.
Yeah. and then I put this right here. Okay.
Oh, hot boiling
I'm going to show you how to
water.
make a wonderful dish that everybody can do. Look at that.
Ooh.
This is water. Okay. Here I have tapioca pearl, color one, white color one, and small fine one. And when it's dry, it looks like this. Okay. Then when it's soaked, after you rinse it, you put it over here, and then you will use this to cook the tapioca. Okay. Cook the tapioca until they become translucent, then it's ready. And if you want, you can also use the coconut juice to cook. Coconut juice, see? Coconut water. Okay. The rest of that, from that, I already drank it. Okay, sorry. And then I'm going to show you. This is the one that is already rinsed. I put it over here. This is the big one, okay? So I want to show you the big one, the ball bar. You go to a store, you can buy the ball bar. And then this one, the color one. Look at that. This one, the color one, I drained it. I drained this. Look at the color one. There's a bubble.
Yeah.
See?
I love boba.
To make a ball bar, and I put it right over here, okay? So this is what color contrast, okay? And then I want to also have some ginger. I want the ginger flavor, okay?
Ooh, ginger.
Ginger flavor, a tiny bit of salt, and also
Nice.
tiny bit of sugar. And then bring it to a boil. You can tell that when you bring it to a boil, they become translucent, okay? Translucent.
You have to watch it all the time, right? Otherwise,
Yeah, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
It will melt.
Otherwise, it can be. It might. And then I put more of these already thing, and then I adjust the sweetness according to your own taste. Okay. I use about 1/4 cup at the most.
That's white sugar,
brown
right?
sugar or rock sugar. You can
Okay.
use brown sugar or rock sugar.
Okay.
Okay. And then in the meantime, I'm going to show you what I'm going to put it in, okay? I also have coconut milk. And you remember the coconut that we have? Remember the coconut we have?
Yeah.
The coconut, with shredded coconut, we have some shredded coconut over there. And then I also, now I want you to take a look at this. This is already translucent. Can you see that? It's translucent.
Yeah, well, it's so
Okay.
bubbly on top.
Yeah, so bubbly. I put desiccated coconut, so a lot of coconut. And this is the coconut from here, okay? I also chop it up with it, give the texture contrast, okay? And then, can you see this translucent now? Can you see that? See? Originally, is this color. Now, is this color. Look at that. You see that? So, and then, I put this over here, and then I put coconut milk. That's give that wonderful thing. And then in the meantime, while I bring this to a boil, I also want to, just in case, okay, you want to control your consistency, you can actually add a tiny bit of extra cornstarch. Okay? This way, a tiny bit of cornstarch. Okay. Now, look at that. And more coconut milk because I love coconut milk. Okay, and then in the meantime, I'm going to show you. Here, I have a spoon. I have spoon here.
I think it will be perfect if you put it in the fridge for summer.
Now, this is what I call the coconut milk dessert with mixed fruit. One of them is jackfruit. Now, a lot of people don't realize coconut is very rich in selenium, an important antioxidant, remember, okay? And also contain polyphenol antioxidant that can help protect cells from damage, which is aid in the prevention of chronic disease. That's very important to use coconut Okay, I have all kind of seasonal fruit. Oh, look at that. This is now, look how beautiful. Look at the color. Look at the color.
Wow.
Okay, and then I'm going to lightly thicken this a little bit more. Okay, I want to show you how beautiful this is. Oh, this is going to be so beautiful. Look at that. This is so beautiful. And then, okay, can you see that? Can you see that? It's thickening. Can you see the thickening?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, now this is how you do it, okay? Here I have raspberry, 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 raspberry. I use fruit, okay? I use fruit. And then I use grape, cut in half. This is a seasonal fruit. Eat more fruit. And I have blueberry, blueberry, and blueberry, okay? Blueberry. And then I have jackfruit. I'll show you the jackfruit. This is jackfruit, jackfruit, and jackfruit, and jackfruit, jackfruit. Pomegranate, pomegranate, pomegranate. Lychee, one lychee, one lychee.
And you put a raspberry inside.
Yeah, I put a raspberry, and I put something.
And a blueberry.
Yeah, a blueberry. And then, let me show you jackfruit, okay? You can buy jackfruit in a can like this, or you can buy jackfruit like this in the store, okay? I'm gonna cut this up, and I slice this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and that's how I do it. So I have jackfruit, I have this, and I have a piece of this right here for texture, and I have a piece of this for texture because this is already, see, I cut this in half.
Yep.
I peel this. I peel this. You see this? I peel this out.
The skin up. Yeah.
And this, I put it over here. And this,
oh,
I put it
okay.
here. It tastes like chestnut.
Ah,
Look at
I see.
I put it over here. So, and also shredded coconut. So the whole show is about coconut, okay? And then this can heat. And I love this. I'm going to put this over here.
Have you guys ever tasted a jackfruit seed?
Now, when you cut this,
Interesting.
you slightly oil this. You slightly oil your hand, oil your knife, so they don't get stuck. The sap, it was stuck in here. So that's the reason why you should do it. Okay, and then
it has sap.
Oh, you got sap, and then oh, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that, and then. Look at that. It's a dessert, just the right amount.
I think it would be perfect if you put it in the fridge as well.
Oh yeah, you can do it in the fridge. Definitely. Look how beautiful this is. So today, I have shown you how to do hero coconut.
Coconut.
Coconut. Look how beautiful. And this is wonderful. Look how beautiful. Okay? And if you want, you can have a piece, extra piece of this. Cut it like this. Cut it like this. Cut it like this. Cut it like this. And you put it right here. Look how cute. Look at how cute. Okay?
Perfect.
So, today is about coconut. Look how beautiful.
That looks so good.
So, this way, we'll have a complete meal.
Yep. 2 entree and 1 dessert.
Yeah.
You cannot beat that.
Yeah. And then if you will have raspberry, you put in another piece of raspberry, Then it gives a nice color contrast. And
Yeah,
then
that looks so good.
today we have show you how to do a number of things. Now,
Thank you, thank you. So a little housekeeping item is May 8th. Our next time it will be May 8th. And then if you want to learn more about the recipe, go to onlok.org/Shan Can Cook with Onlok, and just share with your friends and family on social media that we having this where we have this gathering every month. So then bring more people to join. Yeah, thank you very much. And let me know if you have any question. And thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Bye.